So the process, I think, of working on ceremony is at the same time exciting, scary. It's a bit everything all at once. I love absolutely working with you because I think as dramaturg and director, and also having experience of just knowing you, being able to take performance in a way that's not cliche and not traditional and lets me do the things I want to do performatively. That's most exciting about doing this kind of work, but also working with you. So thank you so much.
It's delightful. I think for me what's exciting particularly about today is that I've interacted with you, but also with the text a lot. And of course, the text has some really just beautiful tenderness and very intimate kind of engagement that invites me into an almost like visceral sense of who these people are, but that just, it's just nothing like, and it's been, I think, in terms of when you've asked for my input, there's only so much knowing that this is ultimately geared towards an intimate and visceral experience that you can critique the writing itself, or I could ask questions about the writing, and I had questions about the poetics of tense and those kind of things, but today is really where how does the written word and the text actually come alive, like in the body in a way that's meaningful, and I think that's a critical turning point that, of course, has its own magic in its own right about how sort of words fuel an actual experience of engagement and aliveness. And I think for me it's been interesting to work with Vincent because I've never had that opportunity to see the before sort of embodied performance moment with you, and I've always, like I've said, I love the warmth that you bring, and I can always rely that you'll have that kind of really large presence and warmth and tenderness of just honoring the people that you invoke in the space. And so to know that that's coming down the road of that experience, but to get an interaction point with the text before that is a really exciting experience.
Oh, thank you. Part of what I absolutely love that you did is you enabled, as the dramaturge, you enabled the performer to really stretch myself and to do things that, of course, I'm doing things, I want to do things that aren't easy, that aren't comfortable, that perhaps were easier for me to do in the past, but I want to do something different. And a specific thing you did with me is you really encouraged me to look at myself and say, look at the fallibility of language when it fails. When does communication fail? And some advice you gave, one conversation over the phone at night when I was kind of freaking out, is Rebecca said, you've done this work, you've done the work for character, you've rooted that character, so now ask yourself, where can I fly my kite? And this kind of freeing up and really trying to figure out in such a busy and dynamic world, what can you do for an audience to pull them in even closer and in an intimate way to connect them to something they think they already have heard or they already know about, or is a conversation I don't want to be having right now. And so I absolutely love that kind of guidance came from you, and it's really flourished into this kind of wonderful example where we're running around moving chairs trying to think, how does this do something different? How is it this kind of like bubbling experimentation? I just absolutely love it.
Absolutely, and I think what's really great about what you're embarking on is this feeling of that I love about you, that you honor and you love community and oral history, but like that conversation we had, it was, yes, words have this incredible power, but I think both of our critique is that often that style of performance historically has been maybe a little bit too pedantic, a little bit hitting you over the head with that message, and how can you then depart from the groundedness of language and then bring in this other kind of ethereal aesthetic, and that's kind of, it's an exciting new place to be, to know where the language delivers the message, that you can leave it alone rather than just play to the words themselves, and I think what we're trying to explore.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.